all-powerful God, then they would be able to overpass or circumvent that. No, that's the whole point of being all-powerful. That rules don't like really apply to you. Unless if you believe that God is not all-powerful, which then you can make that argument, kind of, that the only mystical way God was able to create this world in the first place and make it good at all was having that in there. And then you don't believe God is all-powerful, which is fine. I'll accept that argument if that's what you believe. God, dog. Don't wiggle in chair, please. It's hard. I like wiggling. I believe in divinity. It's trapped in time with us. It is us. We are divinity trapped in the same equals same. Serving is 1/4 a brownie. Don't say that. Is it? Is it actually? Don't say that. No, it's 1 unit. So it's what? Yeah, it's a brownie. Holy shit. Okay, you really fucking scared me there. They're good brownies. What can I say? They're delicious. That's why someone's got served a sub, yo. I know Spanish. I hate when I debate theists who agree that God is all three of those things you mentioned, and I ask them for a reason why patriotic cancer exists, and they just reply with God works in mysterious ways. Yeah, no, that's that's a cop-out answer. That is copy. Yeah, the democratically elected president should be allowed to remain in office for a 3rd term. Yeah, and if you don't want them to remain in office because they ran like an illegal 3rd, 4th time or whatever, then have his VP take over, right? Or have the head of Senate take over. It doesn't make sense to be like, we're kicking him out under the name of democracy and then basically instituting like a military coup. Like, what the fuck? That does not make sense. That is the opposite of what you're claiming to do. I'm kind of familiar with witch culture. I know some words here and there. Democracy is the worst system of the government in Winston Churchill. Oh, yikes. With the exception of every other system. You're right, there is no God. It was killed by a German in the 19th century. I don't know why. That's like such a funny quit. The VP quit. More like was forced out. But then what about the head of Senate? But yeah, there's a whole order of these things. The idea, the image of a notable philosopher killing God for some reason is really funny to me. God is a word, power is a word, time is a word. We just make sounds and pretend that our sounds are the real thing, but it just isn't. I mean, it is in the sense, it's like the best thing we can come to, you know? Like, I don't like subjective arguments, like, oh, everything's technically subjective, nothing's like actually really real. Like, okay, yeah, but then how do we talk about anything then, you know? What's the point of talking then? Should have installed an army of pixies. You should have. The P is silent in coup. The more you learn, you see? Need to speedrun you chat reading. That will improve the English. Yeah. I have to learn how to read faster, chat, or respond faster. I just like taking my sweet time. Yeah. They all conveniently quit. Isn't that so fine and dandy? Fly the goop. Sorry, Jojo, I realized for my jackass for spontaneously spamming food and lambasting bacon trail. It's fine. I don't mind. I know you mean well. He even was fine with the re-election being held, but then they forced him out, and if people are in favor of a 2-term limit, then they go through the legal process for that. Republicans didn't have the military force FDR caught when he won his 3rd and 4th terms. They amended the Constitution. Exactly. I'm Peruvian. We already got a refugee crisis with Venezuela. Hopefully Bolivia gets civilized in the next few days, and they call for new elections. Or without, or I don't know what the WE means. Yeah, but I hope so too. I really hope Bolivia, is able to get their shit together, but I highly doubt it when you have a fucking military coup. Like, what the fuck? How do you even deal with that? I hope things go well for them. I'm so scared. I'm honestly scared, because, I don't know how you deal with that except with, civil war against your military, long story short. And the fact that this was, backed by the U.S. government is so fucked up. So messed up. I mean, you don't have to spell out all the chat messages, and we read them. I read them too. Yeah, I like reading them, because sometimes when I read something in my mind doesn't process it, and I'm like, wait a second, what did I just read? Sometimes we think there's a way we organize ourselves to be objectively aware, but we don't have access to objectivity. We aren't meant for that. I don't know. We do have access to objective things, or like, I guess like basic science is supposed to be objective. No, if I can't agree with you there, buddy, about like life is all subjective. This comes back to the argument I was having with Irrelevant. Thank you for cheering me, Go. This goes back to the argument I was having with like Irrelevant, right? Where it's like, okay, maybe we're all brains in a vat. Like, vats, like, who knows? But even if we are, why should we treat life any differently? Like, what does that end up with? So yeah, I do believe in objectivity. I don't think everything is subjective. You should say, yeah, go daddle, or no, go daddle. Why not go? It's short. Any other big brains in your family? I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty small brained. You guys would love my dad, even though he believes like in the opposite everything I believe in. He should start his own channel, really. He has interesting views. And hopefully somebody would scorch him to earth. No, read all the messages he wrote. Also, no, drink more waters. Talk water. Okay, I know I should drink more water. You guys don't have to jump on me. I get it. For once I enjoyed a streamer conversation. Got to go. See you around. Bye, Roma. Sleep well. I'm sure the U.S. is behind the recent events in Bolivia, or at least involved in some way, the CIA or otherwise. Thoughts on abolishing the CIA? Well, yeah, honestly, I think, call me a radical, but if the public is not okay with what you're doing, you shouldn't do it. That's it. I think even the whole concept of, like, national secrets or whatever is a little bit ridiculous to begin with. Now, I understand maybe when it comes to foreign intelligence, right? When it comes to, like, we don't want to tell our general population that, like, Russia is building this, like, massive bioweapon. Because if we tell our general population, Russia's gonna know we know that they're building a massive bioweapon. So I understand, like, that logic. But I don't understand, like, what's the point of instituting, like, a coup in another